ewo fidiem ha na yedi enkomo. Mr. Frank Oto Champion, NDC Communication Team Member, Ashanti Region, assigned a lecturer at Spiriton University, and also our Hanum say in Ebedi Enkomo. Ejenim Boatin Lawrence, Ashanti Regional Communication Team Member, and the new Patriotic Party, and also Ebepim Ewaha and Ne Enyumei na Yedi Enkomo. And NSS, and who ensign some everything that is engulfed or NSS is engulfed in Ibedi and who Enkomo from a year the S-While and another Dankwa Kufuado's administration, where the Director General and the Deputy, anyone and the Attorney General, essay or prefer cases against them na odiomo akwa kujina asenibia na yedi won asem nsem no said you kan de won sama hodo na edebebro ene enyumrei say ene National Service Secretariat ene won wa omo enam kwatikwansu edi oman esika to the tune of 548 million Ghana cedis. So kabo manate say yako kane edi na 600 billion Ghana cedis ena eye akọ na enei implicate eye amount for the Deputy General Secretary and as Deputy Director at the the National Service Secretariat in the Nana Dankwa Kufuado ne administration mame I friend said Gifty Oware Mensa ono so ne ho are implicated honum Mr. Osesibe ono so ekodi djuma ho or implicated Honorable Haruna Yusuf a former sports minister on also who akoto adwem enso ewo ho afei okwa director of finance honum on also and hasabre no ho akoto adwem companies ahodo a omo enam so ne omo ho body omo bo omo ya enei omo nam so edi oman adwurim omo akoka Kwame plus ono de yesi yeman skasen ka story no nkum no ono so yesi wan cooperate a ho ensem ebebri ena edahanom na yekeka enyasem kuma se mame Gifty Oware enam National Service so ede ekoji a loan to the tune of about 30 million ho ensem enso ewo ha na yebeka ho ensem enso ewo dwumedi enso eso ghost names ahodo audition over 9,000 of them ena ekowurewuremu ewo ho eno ho ensem ho ebe form part and an integral part of our discussions this evening na ya can say ya no ene penipa ono eda National Service ano ono ede ensem ahodo ede abetu edwa ono ede the Director General of the National Service Authority reference Felix Jemfi ede abetu dwa say nei enam de abenti ono so afa no ho adwene enti or the measures bi atoto akwam a womo ejina so sebe ya ghost names no entimi emma na se yentimi anase entimi emra medokro no so akwakonya asem ti ode abetudwa no se nei se uko school na person ye National Service a so school no ewodin yebodin eye well accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission also ma accredit omo na ihu se yes enokre se school no ukoyampa na uwiye sanso na also unya Ghana card say enei o Ghana card ni ya eche say enei eno so edi adanse say eye wutrodo na nkwankofa ensem ahodo bi enso amfa ambenyam nikom na eno eho ensem enso ewo hanam yale tudwa say about 64 radio stations and they omampeni and I say the Minister for Communications and cross am George aboboding etumu omampeni na no ebetum say we the adabraka wasroma anka we the openi nhwe na nema omantutu ne yie no omfansi na afei omakwanya na omontom dwumadie so na make say mewo nana biribiba ono ewo hanum so okudwaben aka ahemfo no eho ewo ho ena NDC dwaben constituency enso ono so eka ho ebi dendende pa yekwakodi nkomo edi afa radio stations eho na yahwe de woka afa ho nana mwadwo hello nana hello nana I think so hello quite unfortunate Mr. Mumma here mami why na yenhwese benya nana na yene no edi enkomo. Anyway, till say benya nana no, right? Let's carry on. Na afei yentoa yenkomo twetwe no so ewo ha. Ti odo ni chemo national service and the Minister for Justice and Attorney General of Ghana ono enso ede ensema betudwa no oye press conference ena ode ensem ahodo ede etudwa ede efa national service for no enso ehom na ene it'll form an integral part of our discussions this evening na fe yedi eho enkomo enso ewo ha enya no nko yemodin na fe yahwe Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association enra ena omo ede betudwa se eye strike no makona eye they say Parliamentary Select Committee on Health eno mehia no msen komonom no twetwe no mu de papa na enti omo catch on for say nei omo ko adwuma enti ne hospitals me say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association omo ba omo so ne kuta the bargaining power enti omo kasa ewom ti omo ase omo kwadwuma no se ensem no amanfo kan bubruja misinformation disinformation and ensem enim ena mo kafa ho omo so ye nipa na omo hwa yare safo no anaso omo hwa yare fo no so omo kura ye hwe omo a na sen edebeko me kodam ne nana bibi ba enin komo nana
minia
na memwadwo ene enwumre
me nso so
de nyame ase radio stations here to me and na so won ho asem mamintio
yo minia me da sipi ma memfa akwanya iso na mentia Kessben FM etiefo nyina ene woni a ehwe TV nyina me pese mfa akwanya iso na ma obi ajo na yemfa akwanya iso ntia o mampani so ntebe ya obeta izan se kan ho asemboni a yebenyu obi akoka kire no ngeni se ba bi obi obeta na regional minister ene regional party chairman Nana Kwasi yabo mu nyina baso ewo modern mo a omo bo ne afutupa omo de mo mampani e man di bumen na minia se u asemo a wo bisha mi me ti asemo ye me de papa
anything
na me bo me ntemu ma o mampani na mesra tiefo nyina so bia obia wo mo ne nsemo mampani esanse yenya o mampani te se President Mahama ankanya ne se global wo mo afi o man mu kom wo mo ana ye djuma wo ho nyina wo mo adwuma bo wo mo yenya o mampani te se President Mahama ankanya ne se game wo mo afi o man mu kom ama adwumaifo wo mu nyina wo mo adwuma bo wo mo yenya o mampani te se President Mahama ankanya ne se bank ahodo bebre a na ye o mindful ankasa Ghana fo ankasa banks ya begu no ama sabio adwumaifo wo mu nyina ne ebinom sabe ye konwa ebinom so akoku galamsa ase akrachefo ananka ye adwuma wo banks tenya o mampani te se President Mahama ankasa brin ko ma bra boko wo manim
na na chemu say
o mampani te se President Mahama enka enyuma hodo agu ewo man Ghana mu no enka wo mu nyina sabe wo mu apega ene sen asem ni nyina ne se obi asabe wo kodan ne kanu ni bi na ase ne adwuma no a wo ye ne kura me ma anye bi mu no na kire se onya ahoboa se obabu anipa no oman aban bia ma ya waso adwumayefo ankorankora adwuma waso mo asene this oye politician ana who affiliated with political party na bia party ba na wo adwuma bia ye be ma bia mo waye na de ehadwen ni se enyuma hodo bebre ne pege o man mu anagu wo betwem na ya ankorankora bi nyuma na meni anya se bia obi a wo bia di adwuma no sebe nko ye kohwini o ana se sebe onibutae bi sinani so na so be no na aban no a wotu wo bie adwuma de aboa no ate unemployment so no sa aban no a mufuo institutions meka government institutions ye batata wo saa ma okra bi nu ho se adwuma no bi enu nti wom na ahwe na ntimi a na de be yanse wagyan wo anyan so a wo ba hwani asesa prosifo asojafo adi echi ne de nkrado ne nsafoa ne nchen ne e betoto nkrofo storm ne etoto nkrofo nyuma adan ya ese wo de giareka adan ya ese environmental permit wontua adan ya ese we permit wonwan adan ya ese we say certificate yan fama no enso wo ba hwe certificate anya haban bi eti no owura mu ena nipa na hunu tie science institutions ya na waso mo hwe se enipa na dwuma wo ye no nke ye beboa no ni agye ntotoye ya pega na sene niema enkoye ye be ma na kwankyere se ekwan we na faso no we de ye ba be suppressive ama wiase nyina hu se wo kura no sabi wunnim nyansa na wunya sika de bi adwuma saka na ni bi meye bi government institutions enti de nanu eti wo mrahye bedwafie ya honorable minister Sam George na dwuma pa wo ye nyina okogina ambrase bedwafie ka se radio stations bi ya ankra de ya tutumu because say sika bi wo ho a wo so omuntua obi wo ho ne certificate ewu onko renew obi wo ho a ayese enu nti ya cross ne down na o mampani tie ya no si da bi ya ma omumre na yemfa nhwe na yemisa wo mo kra se ede ne ha wo mo sika no no nya bi mfa metua na se sika no no nya bi metua e me renew ne krata no a mo anya hwehwe mo ahunu na dwuma no a wo ye no se mfa so bam ana se mfa so mam wenum de ye nwene ho wenum de aban nwene ho se dwuma no a wo ye no se koye se nkoye aban wo nwene ho de aban dwene ho ne se ye nkohwe se watua ne tax way watua withholding watua hwa tax wa corporation permit waye we say waye afa wo ba wiase no na wo sika wanya nyina wo fa so a wo pa nyina no na kodi aban ho na da bia me ka se sabi ogana ha obi nya sika no obi adwuma a obeye he become a public enemy obeye omanfo nyina atamfo wabusuafo be town wonamfo no be town wadwuma yefo be town na ye nyina ta wo no na fe aban numa nso the government institutions I was saying ko mo ta wachi e ma wadwuma no tumi gina na otumi employ nipa bebre no wo mo de kura de wo mo ba wo a eti se de yabo ye tamfo krom enu nti de o mampani ye no me pese na se mo da bia wo kasa resetting Ghana no on trust ye na onwene ho ye na resetting no and cut it across the nation and cut it across every aspect of our life of our development. Every institution in Ghana, the resetting of President Mahama, I any vision, you know, and go yeduma. Listen, sir, yes, idea. Mistake, minia, a numa be go Ghana no.
Na se kana sa so dia na chese ase o ya manyuma no so afom ho because taxes ya so na yedi etuetua na ya kan 1 month na Sam George dia mom se omfa ntoto niema se na wa be se bi esi ya o
minia taxes no a wo ka no obi ni ho ha o ye dwuma no so wontua tax
ebi
na yemi say ya ho se
ebi dwane
o tax evasion any what tax avoidance.
Okay.
Tax evasion, no. Anything, any say. Obi o wa utia. Can you? Your tax evasion. Any what tax avoidance. Tax evasion is say. Obi o wa utia. But sika ye twama ne say on tua no. Enam say on to mean tia no otua bi no ajabi. O to mean tia ni nyina. No your tax evasion. And your tax avoidance. Obi oha. Ono dia wade no ho besiesie saa on pese tax no kra no.
Obetua.
Obekwa akotua bi. So ahụ. Enu nti de sese nka ye ne se. Ye nkọhwehwe wo mo a omo evade tax se wo tua bi no ntumi ntua ni nyina. Ye ngupu omo one side. Na ye nkọhwehwe wo mo omo ntua bi kra no. Na yemfa wo meka wo mo a etumi tua no ne break even na yɛnhwɛ sɛ kwan na bɛbɔ aban na bɛbɔ anaasɛ obɛnya mfasoɔ anaa adwumadurafoɔ na ɛbɛnya mfasoɔ ɛbɛyɛ 50-50 win-win obiara bɛnya ne deɛ na wei deɛ wobɛhwɛ no nnwumakuo kakraa bi ne yɛakyekyere ne nyinaa de asoa wɔ mo na menua adeɛ a awerɛho ne sɛ woankasa koraa bɛsɔre anɔpa bi nanso woabie adwuma na woawode wo ho bɛkɔ sɛ mebɛ register baabi adwuma nti mebɛgye assembly permit baabi adwuma nti mebɛ register for tax baabi adwuma nti mebɛ register wei menua ɛneɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wode wo ho akoto asɛm mu
enti adan na businesses no ene omo adi anim no ene aban tenase ne yɛnhwɛ a common ground ebetimi ahwɛ a obi a ho bɛhare no
what say
me say adan no mo biabia nnwuma no ene Association of Ghana Industry Asefo yi a wo mo didi omo anim yi ene aban tenase say bia we ye kotobekuma we ye ya ye boka say ni omo streamline na yempe kwan ya betimi a enlarge ama omo a se bi omo ntua tax no so ya twoma bewum
enunti eno mampani say he is coming to reset Ghana it's said there why ye trigger enyema bebre na me kan wo ka AGI ne hwan ti use me ka tro se mpanimfo no ededa no wo mo na mane a ye ne wo fam hunu no wo mo hunu bi o ebi to no na adwuma mu kura na enam so wo dinti no ye executive member binti no ebi kura wo no ye nko hanadwen wo na adwuma mu ho but ye ne egu form no could you imagine say wo bi wo adwuma na tax collector tax officer ebebe wo adwuma no be ka kire wo say men kan kire wo say wonya usika fa ko bi adwuma could you imagine we ye the year 20 enunti we 24-hour economy no a omampani pesa oye no a ye nyina ye ka na chi Ghana po nyina gitum se be ye no se ebe ye a this or reset a tax regime this or reset the mindset of government institutions the law implementers their mind should be reset so or reset wo mo adwene na se ya mpekwan bi so ne ya nkyerɛkyerɛ na ya hwɛ kwan a ban no betumi afa so obabu enyuma nketenkete no a minua we are bound to fail.
Musa, in your estimation, better no ban na timi a reset or madwene a reset omo enyeman, how is he going to do that?
What say?
Me say wo mu susue mu no Kwabena ban fa so a sebi nipa boni de oye de nipa boni de obeya ebede na ban timi a reset sa nipa kro na dwene emma won se kwan ya nega na ye kro ni tie nyina ye mfa so
minua obiara ni ho a oye nipa boni ni na obenya sika hwede oye nipa boni ni ene Ghana fo wo sika wo mo de akogu abruchiri wo mo de akototo bank se hawa institutions beba be ha no nti no onfa mi adwuma no wo mo saafo na ye nipa boni fo na emum enye de wono enye sika no a wose mi de be bi adwuma ama obi nso nsa kona no wono ye friend so ye nipa boni ni wuti ase de oye nipa boni ni any government institutions executive members CEOs anyone here share eno mitie AG ne revelation about NSS for ye ne katase sedi ade a ekoso wo ho minua na nipa we sei oka chenso won ko bi adwuma kora na obeka se wo mi adwuma no oba bi adwuma kora so a wono no enam so ya ban mu nipa nti no wono obi enko ho no nko hanadwene otiase enyenem bia no enka dakuru bi ta institutions here kan te se jiare ni hwan ni ke me ayi hwan ayi ada institutions what is wo mo organize afre adwuma nketwa kora se momra na bi aban di sika bi abakora na ye bechiche mamo na mo nso mo fantre mo adwuma what bi da
na sika ni bi ba de aba di sika bi ba sa so mo nchiche mo de
na me bi sa what bi da
menti bi da
aha na nso no hwe oman bia no oman no betumi atumpon a eye private sector but Ghana there private sectors no wo mum bre private sector no bre enu nti wo be hu se agro ho se ke odi ebe ya agro ho se wo be nya sika no anfa nkoto bank na ojire na omani na so di ko bi adwuma na enu nti ekina ne abechewo nya de wakotuma adan a Yes, see, obi a wo fa na adwuma no na nka wo se wotua sika bi de ma no wotua snake ma no wa ntua enu ntia adwuma wura ye de wo kotum ebe ya wura ho se wabie adwuma enkofo gumu ye adwuma na ebia mfunso kakra bi ba nye se wakoje aban sika o nye se wakoje bank sika o nye se aban na ama sika se fa ye adwuma no wan kasa no atitu modro no asase se wo ye bibi na ya begina wo kwan no de krado ni asojafo be gu so te se de sabe wo ye kromfo masa ye di webu manya enye yie enu nti eno mampani nyankopon amana ni so ade hunu se da bi wo se wo ba no be sisi o man fofo na wo di bibi e friend 24-hour economy eba na the 24-hour economy ba na se san twintwa na mu we nyina wa nye mfiri ho a imagine say sa radio station 64 yi na se obi employ nipa 10 ana nipa 5 kura wo mu a multiplied by 64 enipa dodo say na nka ekotena fie nanso no ebia tieni yo said ya o mampani ama o kwan 30 days say eka wo mo de de no de ne de ye nkrata asem ye betumi ahwe ama ne nkrata asem ayeye de ne de ye sikasem na say eka no de a yenko bisa say e de na ama ne de sa aka no ebi kura bank loan okoje ye no tax e da so wo tua ko ntumi ntua nwie
I see
ebia adwuma no a wo ye no heke in fact me ma example back. Ghana is living a fake life, a fake economy. Na Mr. President Mahama Bobe ni fake economy no America na anything. Fake economy no America na anything. Yes, say. Emrane say. We be adwuma. We adwuma mu wura director. Ana we CEO. Emrane say. And I'm say we register a company say we a year company. Na bia o capital kra nyina ye 20,000 and now yi member say 50,000. Emrane se bosumi bia na e wo se wutua wo ho ka 15,000. Tieni yo. Sa na emrane kan o. Se bosumi bia wo se wutua ho ka 15,000. Na 15,000 no eno na wo nkotua so PAY ama ban. And son of work with your snake. And son working from that 15,000 no. Over TPA why you film. Not we have film, what we have film. At the end of the month, Biano, a BSK also to Yama Bank is getting around 4,000. Because Emrani say also to Yahoka 15,000. What to capital in 50,000? Ah, would you be a Jumano? Can you live with it?
Don't you think, sir, there is something missing? Bibia yirem ewo honoma. Say ye di san common ye din common ko honoma beboa e ma de kro na yira no ye hunu ye de sibebi o say because say na tie na say or they was say we reset Ghana ye support no it won fa kwan we so won adenti na mra ne kasa enti wo be hu say enipa no afi wo be ye duma no na nam say wo simitua me ho ka 15,000 ti no adwuma be ye nyina no waboka o wo don krata ko to jere sesi ya no ye beka to say ne ye beba ho ne abehwem ye no betena wadwuma mu obese na wotwemienu adwetwa won krata mu ahunu say ye no kreso waboka na so moka ye wi ani asante sa eka foforo ne de agu so wa metua withholding wa metua we say wa anyi say okoto ade wa ha wa anyi take it wa anyi say we say enti betua say enti woni betie no na adwuma no kra na gu. All right.
This is what is going on.
Okay.
For any executive, any director, from one kasa director, Mr. Kessben, na bisa nisasema mika mebua. Na sang yen shane nkrata mu se onu wotua no ho kasai. Emra ne say opel e wasa wo kasa wakatua eye 15,000. E je wasa okotua 15,000 no ho tax e de maban.
All right.
Send ye ya de no.
That's it. Nana, you
say ya enye ye enu nti no mede masem obawie ye no. Ya me ka kire o manfo nyina ne say. Yam President Mahama en yamano nto na mamuo no so. Emfie nan no so a yamano nto na mamuo no so.
There be how dey ya but say wo asema. Hold on Nana, hold on. Now we must say constitutional review for ne beba ha. Tom de omba na de wasaba koto manim say ni ya odwunu hunti. Wa hanom de oka enko ba bia.
Oh, d'accord. Me kasa me di me sabi manoko Panama manoko Patia regional minister. E chena wa ma post for ma mi fi am e me chene.
Ene nkade enche kura.
Aha, e ti me kai wo beti.
Mate. Bedase dana. Bedase pi. Right, maybe ara na chia besi ya no. Eno no. Se ene. Yema wampeni enko. Ni nyina ejina Ghana first because I am entrenched a clause our constitution. So if Ghanaians will agree now constitutional review no eba that is Ghanaians na be decide ti ono ache na dwen e de afa ho say yemo mampani konfi nwotwe mampani ba yi is just about 6 months or getting to 6 months, let's put it that way. Getting to 6 months, I'm not sure say betimi agina so aka say enunti the mampani ayenti yema no enkonfi nwotwe no yenye sa your constitution no it doesn't go well and somebody bebrebe na waka no mostly ya na mampeni no omo ba first months na de enema koyi ede ne anga fa na kwakufa do ho the first months no o na Ghana ye na ye ka ekosei na o man enei ukọ ese just no this no de aduane be kira bonten say no nie amampeni that your friends amampeni that dey kọ na nya nanka ye de aduane be pam no. So we should be very careful and be very mindful with some of the statements we make. I'm not against anything. Constitutional review committee no juma. Issue write it down, present it to them, convince them why you think it should be that way. I would say yes sir. Now omonso entum. Mama call na mema Mr. Amwa ene miami nua Frank Otu Champong Akwaba. Zama. Good evening. Na Minnesota Pomuye. Yeah, the Yamia Sip. Frank. Na moko de.
They not dum. Konya minjidi se ya shasha no.
Ah, yakwa no.
Yes. Mama fa konya so na. Menchia atitiri ni anintini bi. Ewo NDC amanyoko num.
Okay.
His Excellency the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama. Akra ayumre baby a obi a mechia kwaso so. Na they call me am of an impon so. Chairman Big Edu. Party chairman or Western North region, no Sanya Council of State member or the same region. My memories and the regional office, Chair Augustine Nanakosi, chairman of Akope, chairman of Bia will be a Michel. Namacha, the Honorable Minister, Dr. Frank Amakohen, Michel. So, Bidi crowd, Mamincha, Honorable Johnny Ose Kofi.
All right.
Honorable Johnny Ose Kofi. Honorable Johnny Ose Kofi. Odini Juma, come and come upon him. Papa Bia will be a Michel and a Mecha. For your constituencies, and this is for you.
All right, but that's it. And then I come on some cracker. But time no course, so let me hang it in there. And yet denya meka ho asem. And yet denya meka ho asem in the times ahead no. Meka ho asem. Na ya but yen shase na yen hwetwe se Professor Pon ebeba sanso na ye twen se ene enwumre so ye benya ye nu ye friend se Ejenim Boatin Lawrence ono so ba be pimo ha na ya hye nkomotwetwe no anase ya twa nkomotwetwe no as.
But me okay odie. Me were passionate appeal bi.
Say
I think say me me party for Nkomodi. Me pese me do two omonim na the national executives as well as the regional executives no mesre. Penifo kan bibi say sabi the wapoto ama na afi no. Sabi onchiri say odi bebomu.
Dan nyina na edi bomu yeyi. You have to free edi bomu enye
bomu yeyi. Eto so bio. I see the oyi wo no sabi on fa nsa empepa ntoma gumu na mum watafre so ati ase
si oyi wo a e wo mbeta ma onko hurum
debe watafre keke so ati ase na
abebuo pa na Frank bu ye na enwumre
so ati ase na mesre se panifo adwuma no ye bomu ne ye na nkunimdie na ba nti mesre se panifo madama we de enye kasetia ye passionate appeal na me ye say yam manfo ni bi di yawo se besine ni ma bi enkoyi ma wo manase ye mo wo mudi enko bia na saso ye bia wo se wo mkodi dwuma wo ye wo opposition no unia mina kodi some of us like the communicators we used all the resources we had to do the communication for the party.
Yeah, party na
No. Personally, I can speak for myself.
Musica.
But I'm about radio, so TV, so it was from my own resources.
Wow.
Nobody. Obi no bet me be akase me ma otu champo 1 CD so on fanko radio so.
Wow.
So I say ni nyina no na ye hope say tumi beba. Tumi ne ba se de na make kan do ye
we na one be panakwa.
So I say nti no se sabe tumi na bade a mpanfo madama we de. And then me nkona me face this challenge. There are a lot of us communicators. Na wotwi mu no ensem bebre na sisi kuma so mantem ha sei me mpese mabobɔ so. Na de ye kra wo mu ni say mpanifo ni bia nya tumi ofre na sisi na oda na chiama ofre na won pike ukọ ni office class bia ukọ document bi na dawma on sign so ma nke bi kra na on so fa nko ye obi mboa no yes we ni ho we na me appeal to mpanifo no so madam sabi
we de
tumi na abedi mo
so
ati tumi na abedi mo no ye ko ye no na ma tumi no aba enti sa aba na sabi o man panin nyansa mu no on fa yin to ba bi ye kra na wo de wo to ba bi no wada ma de obetuma ye de aboa
unua no
ye boa no.
Okay.
So what I say. Etosu bio. Ye no me de nkasa be se de otwe nam no. Otwe hu adukom no na nka oda. So what I say. Na se de wo wonam no sa na oda. Nti ka ye no bi de nka hayen. But your followers 2028 is just around the corner. Ye be san ko nkofo na aso se ye kwakọ kosere wo mo so mo meto aba maye. Na wokọ asem obebusa wo no se wo a wodi ani mu kokon ye no kra na sabe edien e na wonya na me ni wachi nkoto aba ne ma party no. And this is my passionate appeal.
All right.
Something for madam said the kikakono. So bitterness now you setting in. Are too early for some of these things to happen.
Just over a call just
and ebesre so bibiara moye ebeye biara no. Munye na sabi bitterness na so nte.
All right.
So that's it.
That's it. We a passionate appeal. We a SOS call. Lama. Yes, I say free and the Attorney General and some of the Betuga NSS and some said you're presenting the case, Nipa mu akode dwemu. Ya metra ha mebuasem no, but ye hwen somewhere surrounding home. Any secretary dia, according to the Attorney General, akodim over 548 million Ghana cedis.
I'm taking this opportunity now. Watching a Father's Day.
Yeah.
Me papa, me ni opinion, me baby, Onabala and Kojuchi Martin. Wishing a Father's Day in advance.
Okay.
Movement for change. Now, if many about a friend and a quarter, or I have one a community rural bank. I have a community rural bank. Goes so, Menchian, Utiemi Power, here was the BR women. The Chiano Pa, Mr. Radis or Monobai. In front of the baby papa. Na a year back near Ubisa Yaso. The Aqua trigger Sadio Ubisa, the Minue can see. I don't say Omunya power to see. It's a so be a baby. Now, can't see. That's what is implying. Say, Yen we, or no one is it. Any person at 2 Abama and this over 6 million. This has 6 million in a more BA. Is that what it is? And now the young family from crying, you won't dear, and we found about 1 million. 1 million, I see a more BA position, and as you see a more BA.
And you're possible.
And until what is important is a good governance. In your good governance, here, that's scan your child. That is what it is. Because all tears is here, me say, Debian me can say, $1 bar for me. A question, my benefit kakra. And the maybe say, maybe I maybe dear, me menyano.
Okay.
Obisu the car no use fuel above him. Honestly, dear, honestly, when I'm more relieved. And the good governance, no, a good governance in the bar, and a boy, dear, ya, Ukroma say, and this other time, near my bed and Beckham was him. It's about our mindset. Anyhow, we can upgrade our moral fabrics in the system. Because say yantimia raise moral fabrics and you may be and we be. There was a war between two factions. Now, Baku City no matter wall of Fahunina until not invaders in Yakwago. And no matter as say, don't worry, cry, say, ko bu wall and say mon compromise gatekeepers no and that will be it. So we compromise gatekeepers no mun here say bu wall. And when they were able to compromise the gatekeepers, there was no need for them to break any wall to get into the city. Women them city in gate and the queen fight you. It is here say my moral fabrics no conform as a compromise there. Be no matter what computer when Ghana card any near media banning now. And anybody setting. Obi or two ones now been in ya. Obetuma compromise computer na amana ide ope amana. It yan share that area no pa. Cause of mine no we back up we here no. This is the only country we have, and this is the country you who yan say a first class citizens. Yan near minus a faculty near say no. Obi konya post ya just on kwa so them kwede nyame service ministry, a kind of minister. You are going to minister, you are going to serve the people. Servant leadership. But no binya he losses over the people. Be a person in your offer. Sikawo memu nyina na nipa na wia. Say na abedi.
Can we do that? You bet me as the same mindset.
We can do it.
Looking at baby, ya say ya kwa kudri.
Unfortunately for us, they say
because a nay say Mr. Mwana benya baby sha. Mimi shawa ma ye because many are penny no way. Inti enya
there are no role models now in this country. No role models.
There are no role models.
Role models. Obi me sure because we dey me hwe na masua no. Na ade papa bi wonu. It's very unfortunate. The baby I could do. So, Kawde de wo kai de ye kan ho asem say, e di party matters for 5 or 6 years consistently timia ya nema we say am ya lose e mu kakra bi kra na ehunu 548 million Ghana cedis. Anti Krumpe say obia anti me ehunu sa de we say
for all these years.
5 almost 6 years. Obia anti me ehunu there's a clean syndicate. There's a complete syndicate here. Yes, I did. And a woman can in 548. No, Uber half. Cry armor. Umacha, sales. No more sales. No more sales.
Only sales.
Aye. So, quite man out there, you go sales. We say at Nama, we in say, we for her. Be to abe we say we na we say constituency we there ni nyina ti you yes an man no a e dey na wo ye wonu a creative rooms and crofo no mokro no and say o mudiri na abeda ho yo say wo e bai o mudiri ni ebo and dey me ya ne say nipa no bi wo mu a wo me ye my nkofo pa mi ntimi nka ho asem e me jam dem ntimi na what I say but wo ba hwe nanka personal pa ni pa nanka. And yeah, the person, but power from behind. Say there's a bibi frustra a piance and panzi. You may. Once I jaffe no one you make a crowd away. Or maybe unity.
I see.
And they continue to do all these things. In the idea, no, I'm pro frasi, a profitability. It is now pro, and I'm not going to be. And this is very unfortunate. It will more young, all the time, and you and once one Timian unravel all these secrets, not even in a year. And you more young syndicate, won't bet me dear dance, or did that you bet me a begin with dear dance, say, woman, young says animal because one. They have everything. But
I don't hang.
Because they be a big crowd, no big crowds, so be a children's good. The ja so man will be a record. They say we are more or less in a banana state. Hey yapa. Hey yapa.
Obi mumras, obi nimras, obi aye di opibia.
Obia di ope. Says Kayake, I'm telling you, say, about half or more than half, and yet we won't the benefit here. Didn't grow for you. In a situation where sometimes ministers, institutions, now you say, Uber say, now you Uber say, now you Uber say, almost a year, almost the visual
Akwa he. Omo John di bi akwa he. Akwa yi.
Akwa yi. Oh. E dey ba sa e dey na obetimi aye. To mine no aye.
The president is trying to fight it or tries to fight it. The posture of the attorney general.
No, I say fighting. We must fighting.
Okay, I'll give you the chance here.
I'm also more fighting. Because when you are doing the right, Chrome say, "I dear young so person the right thing. You can say you're correct. Who is your way that I would correct pa not just oh yeah the body be. You will correct pa." So you're correct. No,
Jana sem, not someone yet.
I just no right thing. No, not some yet. So the good people become odd men in the system.
Okay.
And the worst ones will become the right ones. And the too many entrance as a nation. We have only yes, I reset to a mind one. Your moral fabrics must be the first resident.
Are we doing that? Yeah, sir.
And the answer to how we can handle it. Say, can the first debate me and say, me as a Christian, say, Nipan Beji used to do no be offer years and crying. Now, dear Dicker set any morals. Because you're not the idea of near the other one. Morals no very. But unfortunately, I say, they say no, and Dimin Quay, Papa. There should be laws. A more dear, they make sure say life audit or the nano na a can was him. Friends, speaker can was him. Audit your friends. Lifestyle audit. It's a see to me lifestyle audit. Okwa bridge there police nibi Norway. Says no what me have for kwai so anya sika bi won honum. Wo ma hunu sika no until so mu za na lifestyle assistant. And dem be how you know akwai yi de. You should pay in life or boy e. Omu fihwe mu amu say no. So abokro no baby. Norway. So the lifestyle is very important. Okwa bridge there. Obi hu za beru be tene da so. Mo he mo twa mo te fra. When say blacks too be na message na wo police for be twa wo ya bo na me dey. So it's a lifestyle audit. Obi ho a wo hwe na adwuma wo ye na ka wo dem a emfata ejeze
ebobra.
Ebobra. Sa kwa wo adwuma wo ye na ka wo dem. It has it. Yes it me hwehwem. Right here. Enya de boni so obi beto ade papa so use. But must say fa kwa papa so. The lifestyle audit you so pem mu a be hwa ama nipa no bi ho a ade bi omuntimi ye. Omu nko ho. Ye ne number 1, number 2. Your pension schemes so enya emunye du papa. Ama nipa no nya ni da so se okọ pension a obenya ba bi akotena. Obo okọ pe obeya adwuma kum ho ya adwuma nyina oba pension a okotena ma me fie ebusu fie. Nisika ho je ntimi nya no hwe. Basa ohunu se na adwuma ho ye no kum ho no ya adwuma se oba fie a at least obenya bibia obetimi de nani ato se we de obetimi ahwe me akopese be wi a what you not be motivated to do those things. All these things must be looked at dispassionately. Say betimi aboa because near my cousin there says can we say no I'm yeah but just say it's very unfortunate. Auntie just obia ntimi ahunu se abayanse san tika the next 4 years ga besan ato aso abayanse san na just obia ne afra okroba. Hey
But I say my Lawrence Akwaba. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
No Akwaba.
Me so
Boko de.
Radiadum. Pa. Makonya de amemfa konya so na menchia woni etifo. Na menchia me ofa Mr. Amoa. Ene menua otu. Na menchia yahwefo nso.
Okay.
Na mabohwi yakọ me kru matwema ngbeja South constituency na machia me chairman Stephen Boating.
Okay.
Many the secretary Honorable Foster Amankwa Esquire. And atwema ngbeja constituency na titiru me ko me kru matwema jankoba na macha me maame abrejimfo ani menua ba afia benewa. Party for enyina na so be ma akwanya dia me 2 minutes bi na me ni party for new command and about seems I'm one a modi kind.
There be I feel Otu
But it's a man in twin lamentations. Osun anyway. Kakreben mini party for a dinkomo and you remember Konya India. Kakreben and person country party for say did know Yadoso.
Did Benzano.
They did know a Yadoso.
And no who some na come back, but Menyabre.
Oh, say.
Na eye den amenya bre
amafo be you ti a kire se wo panyom nye de bro mbedi no party ni mu
na mo sem ho saa
de e ka kire me me say MPP da so jan na so
saa
because say enye papa manfo ni nyi ho anka manfo ntumi ka so mo pe positions
what does you jam na so
pa the first manfo ni abre position ni kire say
oh yeah sure
ti o say eku oku a atete apansa so bi ha no so be didi
enya tete pansam na mo ya ma na tete pansam because ma fada gadia ma opponent ne say mo nye mfa won wayen
mo mfa won wayen ko mo anwumre yi no say e wo mu so obi a wo interest onye di bre obedi eku no ye obi a ne je ho say onye di bre obedi wo mu say be betima ba 2020 just abedi to me bio if obi a nim say MPP betima to Ghana nenso ma yam nyusu saa de no emfa nse ye ho Enge cancer me kai ti emubomu ensa ye ho because me mejitum say the worst person in MPP, that is my belief, the worst person in MPP is better than the NDC.
Okay, also the belief no
I am entitled to my belief and also need to me wo ho kwan say me kura me gidi
also the belief
me gidi no so MPP mu no the omomo ayi omuti nyina from the open national chairman so e coping polling station level the polling station youth organizer e kura na so the Ghana memo emmanuel obebu ni ya asen the NDC for yi eno nti yenhwe yie na Ghana for gidi ani ani so so e die so no yang kan
Ghana for ni je you ankomo to mantwene o
eno no ho nkomo na
eno so yo
se me be ba won se nkomo e be die e be kire Ghana for say wa pae no moto ye twene ana say no mo tie the NDC for kan no ma so ma hwe so betimi aya yes na say bi o mu years nchen na mo no NDC for kan se me brebe otuo no e ma omaso mi om de no mo pebi na hwe on say the eba na ye pa hwe enye de etwa mu ndina Ghana for pese de eba no ete say e no maso no mo ze eye uti bubua obidi ibi na eko obi nkwan say hwi ni in the best party for de no doso especially on social media ne de media nim ukosia party for na no mu din komo na aka party mu nsem aya na ha adwen na emum ya fro already say bi a Kessben ma be ni aka na hwan na ekọ Dr. Bawomi ana say Kennedy na party ni bre no nuru ha no akoyesa no yonko asi wono ahoro no poto sentreni de oba na man kwan se won horo wo nso be bi se edoso ba ya me adwen mu nyedu nya asem bia na wo se ye ka
be that say Lawrence Otu
you say my very disappointed
in
more for
me
ba
okay
the kind my mentia openia santi kokwa santi or di njuma osafo fitem and amenia Jonas meet or tech or Jerry or Jerry or goso the entena be say my media fa ho ya kakra you ni baby broni kan baby say motivation na sa motivation there was extrinsic motivation and then intrinsic motivation. Anybody who is into politics is either motivated extrinsically or intrinsically. At the end, you are Alancha Martin, is MPP. And yet, no Hurinja. Send an Saka, they know if I'm going to MPP on the party. Never. So that's it. So we deem it fit, we deem it right. Say a man penny 40 or more, so say the air corner, Sabi in Chaye. Obi politics, the extrinsic rewards, car a dying a Japanese into no. The pride associated with building a nation into the was a particular party.
So they should give you the chance to also show your prowess of building a nation.
But
ebi ani obi na wo wadwen ni bio.
Yes,
ebi ani obi na wo wadwen obi ho no ma na dwen ko.
But as I'm making, I'm crying the cry of a lot of people in the party. So I say, party need to be my in our positions. That is well understood. But at least we should be given the recognition. Why a CEO? Why do you turn your back towards me? And I'm afraid I was member. Meanwhile, time I am sum and I do a party, a campaign, your teaching radio, so and never bought an adrenametic come, make Kwame Kofi. because the big money be quiet say your party be enemy.
How do you draw the line between party and national issues? Say yeah among yourself na yeah boa amma man so tumpong.
Yeah the nipa na yeah among yourself. Among yourself cannot exist in isolation. Yeah the nipa na yeah among yourself.
Okay.
So they say and nipa no if the person has the qualification, the experience, I will bet me dey judgment na. Yes, select no dey juma. So they say, you know, the cry is not say Obia position, Obia CEO, Obia minister. No, but we should be given a recognition. So what I say, at least the Panaba, what can I say? Yes, I know Brebre way, am I buying? Eto Obinia, or did you say buy and chay, and you know, your bebo with the munyamutre. Casade, but for you to turn your back at me and ask me for I won't fat. Meanwhile, something you won't effort, I don't got an answer.
I see.
Party na democracy they dominate. So what I say, until 2028 is just around the corner. And say ya nhwe na say the grassroots no ya mo ho ahia party no na say ya na be corner there during campaign 2028 no okoko friend say o mra meto ba no be ka che say na mo amudi ani muduka de na ya mo e na meme nkoto ba forgetting say nipa no obi bia obe politics bia no he has something in mind. Whether extrinsic or what intrinsic motivation obi.
But don't you believe say abane banana juma power bono say enu be din ani mama for to aba mana say wan kokora say ne for beto aba de aba.
That is the development in a bar obi will be affected. But there are people they go into politics basically
because of something. Okay.
What does here? Okay. Then will be politics. But there are people who are not actively involved who will not take the risk. You know, be they take here.
Right.
What I say, and every risk comes with what?
A reward. Anyway, but
young NSS, it is quite disappointing, Mr. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Eba Ghana have a catcher the introduction of this Ghana card in internet. Say all these systemic problems and are resolved. Ghost names anyone whining in no we see no can be in CBM. And to me, when I heard this news, I was so surprised. Say, until upon all these friends and some I can't find a Ghana card and say a Babel block these ghost names issues near that didn't know. Now say hoping 9,900 and something people ghost names were able to be what 63,000. Yeah, the ghost names are one tiasio. Yeah, the Ura system name said the Bayer Nipa Bibaji Hunsika. I friend say flamboyant lifestyle. Bito watches, gold watch worth $30,000. Nipa ba ko pene bono. No akoto football team obabisia. Na sabi waketu ya within the space of 8 years na mobile no waketu ya kra na say I would got a whole football team.
So do you blame Dr. Baromia and say omon na anye do because people are responsible for that?
To us.
They lied to us. Lie.
Dr. Baumia.
How?
He was on platform and then he told us because of the introduction of Ghana card and internet, there's nothing like ghost names.
And they always say will be use Ghana card to curtail this ghost name and Crawford. So I don't know what that's about.
So lie to us. That's what lie. Your friend say evidence is the name of the game. Evidence.
Ebia omo mo ho no enna omo enyusu the way because your buy is obey yusu. Possibly nti ebia the ho no enyusu. Ti Ghana card ya ka ho asem ye. Your penny or ho sisi and say obey yusu Ghana card no e dey curtail.
Among other measures.
Yes, so of course, among other measures. Yes.
So one, we make sure say when you indeed completed a tertiary institution.
Yes.
And sana school no so accredited school. So I think these were some of the things that
so you put the blame at the doorsteps of people who were in charge, directors, you know, because by you
don't claim any glory out like you don't undeserved glory because I don't know when you're home and friends about somebody no ukogina because a block me wa unkro for this Ghana card and kasa e money.
Okay.
In any case, the akoso no I think say there's more to come.
Okay.
There's more to come because enye ninginani your PDS the no ho eno no nyamai Japan deal no so e de nyamai and say na almighty National Cathedral, and also anybody who is involved or who is associated with this National Cathedral scandal, no, or moving answer, no, you be more and I be more complaining. Say, I then Attorney General, no, the modus operandi, and I say, or to me, press conference, no, didn't go for to just say this, no, it's not the best. or the somebody to just say the be Ghana for young money call this is as usual, it's business as usual. Or my Bambia Ba or show the friends and the previous government and then for. In this NDC era, no, we are not going to show anybody. What for money car, Ubu puts as a Canadian bar. Ubu puts as a Canadian bar because 543 million good Ghanaian dollars. 448.
548. Yeah.
Good Ghanaian cities. You can see they call the previous Pamda anymore. I up pepe. I ain't to be modding. Na nipa say do me no atumi afuma for say sika we nyina. Na ya me bi say na ya ma homete. Sika sabi ya de yeden apart from so obesi dan. Obeto car ana obebi adwuma odada akoni abadie na beboa wo no. E de na ya na de say sika twetwe de ya. No babesia watumi akwaji loan 30 million Ghana cedis. All the ghost names are collateral at the 30 million Ghana cedis from ADB. Now, I don't blame Onunkwa. ADB knows no about due diligence because NSS ghost names no they buy a collateral. And then NSS in Yanajuma. And you're on privately owned business. And you're buying Juma or yeah. Instead of no to me, no collateral. A budget or your friend is or minus 30 million Ghana cedis. Not just a syndicate said of a can, a complex is also. See, I can't go in detail into this matter now. Nipa boy man no. Doso obi bia or ye bibia no me gidi say ya research o ma we ni de. Aban no cut the next and the net no white. Obi bia o kan ho bia ne yemfa ne mra. Net ne nche no. Na ya nje o ma ne sika ne inform o ma no ho bra. I'm happy say aban no postpone this 1 CD energy living or postpone and I'm very glad.
I'm not Lawrence na mintino.
No. Medasi. Other room. How many minutes? Me how miss
10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes yemko.
Medasi. Mame enshasi say enkomo ayedi. Saa bra me no kasa nyina ye wo hei. Nipa yabo wundin. E wo sanse mu ni mu obi no ho mo ye convicted.
Yeah.
Unim say emranse mu no ye wo accused. Ye wo suspect cry. And Sani about accused and Sani about convict. None of them, Umubia no honomoa, yedi nasem. Ama court, ebua say, a someone attorney general, cano, no cre. Crobia Santo Casabi, sushefa, yemwa. Inti, and Sacra now brofu fra bruchaba, edis hand ne court away no. Na yene before, at the Rena come for near Santa Mem Hamimuti. Now we have a sense of justice, your quite fast with the assem. And until near San Casabi say, so what tea and quadia na what tea wound so edie. But Uncle One Miss Amo dear. Any dear two dear. Any a binum casaya cratches. I say, the Attorney General Cano, no cratches and no one on this final. Ebasa, we are not being fair to the accused persons. If we say, yet tea that in Attorney General Anasamoka, or no, so it is his word. And I said the word of the government against the accused people.
Yeah.
Enti yama kwan na law no ain't taking the course. And until now, my main say the NPP as a party. The NPP as a party, no. Yentia accountability. And I say obi adi dwuma bi. Na ya friend say be buwo dwuma odi ye ho akonta. Enu nti wo hwe mu a nansen a chema wontumi issue ba ye no. De ba ho no kra no. Yewra former running mate of the MPP, Matipoku Prempe, Dr. Napo. Abeka so no cry no, he's responding to Yoko investigation. Kono dinkita home. Our cooperative. And the party no crack and former appointees in say they should cooperate with the investigative agencies via Jumedia Kodi and Kobu content yentia contebu. Name ni yetia and say Nipa ni nasem na ube punishing and I say obetwenaso how na obetwenaso on say obetima obi asofa damage to his reputation bia ni nimonyam eni ni din owo obedi kan agu hu fin say ogu na nimonyam hu fin a what twenaso you punish him and I say odeni batum wa abra yenya ni nasem say de obi akotum 48 hours 6 days 4 days any ade wa abra asen ye nyen ko so di nasem na hu so odi fa ene ye twena se ntumu enti anasa wa kwache no in a rumble sa no mishandle no wa bere kwa asem nie nkodi ye kire say se okodi asem ni wie na nipa ko no onifo a sa damage na wa cause to ne reputation no ntimi se sanu biu
Yeah.
ebia to ade no kotum be 3 days bi man tonto anam award no ntimi san restore sa ade ni biu eno nti na ye wo your friends a due process ansa na the judgment nankasa aba enti make caution the attorney general
Caution.
and I said minim said if the word no and suggest per se but I will admonish him.
Okay.
Say be a caution in stronger word may admonish no just say I will appeal to him what the main can say he's not just an attorney general onye attorney aban lawyer penyikeke then also say minister of justice just say we attention ne so afo enti justice no so nye party for nko a ne mo ye ma even opponents nso bi justice ni bi ne say nipa a woni na say muni kan mo no ko adu ni asem no wo media mu emu ana ten
osi oni asem osi allegations afei no wa prepare docket or the control magana fo hu say omo ye oral no investigation omo ye ne de wa hunu ni so presented it to Ghana not judging the person per se. So if there's anything, why don't those people among fanon court?
What follow attorney
general? Yes, I follow. Yeah, I follow the
attorney general ni modus operandi. Said you see any nema. Yeah. Ni nkasa ye no na SS umu atan ba na nsem se no si kana sem no. Obuo nipa naten. O create some near bi wo amanfo adwen mu se nipa no kwa na odifo. Enkomo aye die nyame na me ka ne foforo a. Omomodi nkomo ha nyina ka ne se nkrofo omudifo. As you do masem wi am omudifo. That is the conversation going on here. Mr. Amo ashine ne dia ase no. Osini nua bi kwa na wo mu na ne ya pa asem na amanfo adi sika be se 500 as if say there's evidence. Say nipa na disika no. But yema nipa antia say e allegation. And attorney general no emeki ebetima ba say wo twa ntro na sa ban no visit vengeance ebiasi pen wo kai na ekufo ado between 2009 and 2012 sa drill ship issue bi a e woni former friend say minister former MP Katie Hammond onim say NDC for that time create a whole commission with the intent say ebegu om ho fini ade wi eche dey na see ye say wodi echere on what happened? What they na make of they see? But hard brand omo kan say as if say omo e bi boni bi. Enti the akwaso no aye enema attorney general no hunu say he's a minister of justice. Ma onyusu media no. The danger ba ko omu ne so ne say. E betimi adin sem no wo media animu. Na edi kan bua omo for e wo manfo na dwen mu outside. Afa e ko di asem ni wie na court fine say the omo eni fo a. Then a manfo ba dwen fa court no ho. Na afia kwese court no kra na jiji sika bia na so ma ye corrupt to be any ade so such conversations no tend to scandalize the court ye be wie no
I don't know being fanning court said the modus operandi no enye correct enti the court should restrict him from doing or taking up those actions.
Ghana ha. So be a court. Omo ya accuse him CCA. It be court.
No, if you be accused, even an ordinary person can take it to court.
Oh dear. Say yes. me interested party. And me court.
But how? Because you are a party member, and as some now womo kano say enhawa ka on kano say the wo kano. Now me na me MPP nia. Me who say be a sin of na kwan offers no, I will take him to court. And court should restrict him from doing and also presenting the case in the way I was presenting it.
Me say they all can in but Ghana has also near. So be a court or sad we especially in MPP near because say attorney general no ye cry ye gagging a person shielding from a beer so obey a preventance obey Nejuma. Okay, a friend is a OSP or nay. Oh, this man. No. There be some mining issue. Is it? Yes, Charles Bisu. Well, Charles Bisu court. Eventually, what of the narrative and never one thing? As a Charles Bisu, you su court. No man, always required a press conference. Every soon ye. So as a court to know, preventing. Meanwhile, no so it was our president was him. Fat na court na you no more the agency where you was him to ko na ko divoire. And yes, be accused the court no. But eventually, the narrative they say, as a Charles Bisu, you su court no the chinchim OSP say be ya on face accountability. Enti ye nyina ye tum me pe say accountability be koso. Na mom obinfo bi e kan asem bi wa ha sei. Ye need the matter Mino, something of that sort. That's the name. Mino. Or say accountability does not mean vengeance. It means making sense of the past in order to build a better future. Say you see a man from a buaten. My new soon say no the better will be a and now no MPP basso. Attorney General say when by fee ebe chain be fan gadget ko hwe munti menya tumi ne me nso mekere mo amo so mo ban afri so no mekere mo bi kakra mekere mu tumi say na me hu no say the Attorney General is using accountability as vengeance. Say obekere amanfo kakra bi kakra eno na yekoso but that shouldn't be we attention ne esuafo enti it was all my attention in so obia nya bi you should do good and justice to all manner of persons irrespective of say we NPP ni ana onye friend say or NDC ni. That should be the case. Finally, me am MP before because issue we say by my monitor platforms ni bi eso. Aban mama obi enya appointment. Said the utu and kan na Mr. Amo kan that is true. Aban mama obi enya appointment. Enti abanada na call ni binom nya appointment a wo anya bi. Ebi a want man benefit from any of them omo nya appointment ni bi. And also interest say NDC for beto obi agu mfuturo wiem beto mfuturo bia e wo se agidi ni yeso yasom. NDC for your propaganda no mon crofo kitam dinam radio ni social media so I mean blame won because omo de no omo ne enya omo be yo so begu anim ase because according to omo ka omo konanka by 2028 no omo de so boabo MPP ni bia say we kromfo say be your man for kra enhwe yen whether say omutimi prove and so omutimi improve but your party for also should be very careful to say omon consuming bibia ebeba abonten and this bobe can be because of say former appointee ni bia who pay favor be free ni nchan won san kanti ye kan asama fa no na party ni ani age no o comment e wo ho say NDC ni we should be very careful because NDC for the IB pen Mekai former chief of staff Kojo Mpiani okay ono ne de a friend na Yewra Rekumbro bi asabi enom enabo akwasi o say eje enom NDC for by omdo mu nyina kogina court e di nsem to omo so bo nko adu akese but eventually BBNC
all right
omo nyina for
we expect to say BBNC
and yet let the law take its due course KOD Mr. 30 seconds NDC for says accountability no more pedia. Accountability ni sika bi nso nsin sika bi. We de enya afa kwa na ekobo ho kwadu akodi asem. Me kire Yewra ye maame said nam tamakuru. Sika ewo mu no 80 million Ghana cedis. Dan ko na kan sika ni mu a 800 billion cedis. On the quarter di asem no say wadi oman ni dwiri mu adanse ye wo ho ye di abua. Ama wo dwane. Ghana say 2 million nyina so mampanyin sa. He can coordinate with a friend say Interpol. I want to meet the maame naba. Or not dear ye dear we. It's your mom fanamra. No me face accountability.
All right. Thank you very much, Lawrence, for making kind messages in the kakra banana fe yen twaso ewa. Solomon Jagri ewo kunsu. Say good evening, KOD. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is a good listener and up and doing president. KOD, I want to ask so. Is Chairman Wontumi delegation going to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to plead on his behalf to recover his looting or to forgive him or forget? Tell him that the law is the law. That one I can't answer. Baroski was the MPP Immediate Patriot. Kudos to the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health for bringing back our nurses to work to save lives. Honorable Kwabena Kando has failed as a health minister. Happy Father's Day in advance to Dr. Yao Osei Educhum and Owusu Dankwa, Shayeso Constituency Chairman Hopeful. All right, that's it. Dankwa, see, we thank the nurses for calling off their strike. And if they listen to how they were lambasted, they wouldn't have called off the strike, but they listened to the cry of we the innocent Ghanaian citizens and call off the strike. So we Ghanaians should punish the NDC and his incompetent government come 2028 if God permits, given to Chairman Koka, JFK, Honorable Howard Combs and Mr. Owusu Dankwa of Shayeso. All right. Lawrence Buche, aka Lawrence Bacheke Buche, was a new assuring Quanta obeying into Phillips Association. Also, the Attorney General's media trial of the immediate past appointees is becoming unbecoming. He must go to the law court if he has facts against them and stop the unnecessary media trials. Happy Father's Day in advance to my father, Pastor Paul Boache and Sam. See, happy Father's Day in advance. Okay, Yaje. Thank you very much. One for the no. Good evening, Kodi. Greetings to you and your team. I'm following this program. I always follow this program. Keep it up. Educative to all of us. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Cancer Board from Honorable George Osei Asmanin Aguna Asamai and all the way Abba. Good evening, Kodi. Mid-dear. I'll say mid-dear. My dream pan say we are traditionalists. From government and the opportunity, yambudya before before the position who they are not yet they are Joe and also the NKODC. In fact, Mahama is a listening government for the ruling government to suspend the 1 city fuel tax to solve NPP's mess they created is a plus to the Mahama administration to continue another term after 2028. Say Kabis new the biase. Me say ayi committee ni beba amra kama samonchero. Good evening. I say ask the NDC man that do they have any card to reset the country? My name is Muhammad from Boko. Okay. I say good evening, Cody. Why should the NDC communicator and the other man in a hat conclude that accused persons of the NSS allegation are factual? What was the outcome of government official 1, Openis Cocoa Ball scandal, and Ato Forcing stroke Japan ambulance scandal? It's just a diversionary tactic. The talking is too much. It's 6 months, so NDC should fix roads, employ the youth, and implement the 24-hour economy. Now, and all the way I bring and you. Good evening, Kyodisi. Greetings to you and to your guests. Kyodisi, so the Attorney General is serious. Is the Attorney General serious? Why should Attorney General discontinue Opuni and Co's case? Is it not the same money Ghana needs to develop the country? So, if a new government also comes and discontinues the current cases, do you think we are going to do good to the country? Anyway, where is Madam Gifty Ativo? Still, MPP God Day, we day. Oreku Ewakim Oda, and Odiwe Abraying and Enyumre. Good evening, Kodi. I say the politicians will kill the politician. The politician kills always. Defend the undefendable. You do me, I do you. MPP and NDC. Kwachi Edward Neza, Ewa Juso Domiabra. Greeting to all fathers in the whole world. Okay, yeah, that's it. Teacher Eric, aka Obiare Hiesika, Manso Watreso. MPP members allow the NDC to do whatever they like against you. There will be retaliation when MPP comes to power in 2028. So you're going to say yeah. Musuba amde omkwa kujina ho na yedi omasem eno ehonsem. Right. Now let's move on. Na yenhwe other issues na. Honene. I'm sure said this time I'm free Lawrence ho. Na o say enyo me call Lawrence ho. I call Lawrence ho. Law. Me sure say yenhwe Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. And they almost say almost strike na berry. Na some no the tea antini ye, the Yoko can answer ye na edda Parliamentary Select Committee on Health say na jia some no aka. Now kwajuma ene strikes no do na mkwanso a ehyehyeba. Ene ye ka say closer say ma by 2 weeks. Say aban anye so aketua ne condition of service ho adwuma 2 weeks time. So be jam na de edi ego. Is it a matter of say aban yaba na yemfa pressure and konkoto no so? And now say we are demanding what is duly asked. Aden in the previous government, they didn't do all these things. But now, and yes, yeah, edi ego aban we eso.
KWD. Sabra me ka say me nua bi wo atwemango beja nkare ho na atwemango beja South Communication Officer Razak Amwa o hwe no se menchiaw unim GRME for no GRNME mukana grammar my for no do strike na bawie na the American say didn't kind me da wo mase and I say Ghana for da wo mase because MPP as a party, that has always been our appeal. Over in communications, near communicators, even more parliamentarians, the near country of Munina say, yes, realm. Say, almost share a yare for no anim. Na almost sign and call a juma. Say, we meet my prayer yare for no dear mine. Now, found once now home before Ubiruku, and once I in this case, they are buying. Because near my no more yet near the near before pa and Kuronos acquire my menomony and my union man no more, any new man more yare. A core hospital, and Sebena or Monjro quanti, near Sre, almost Omonco, almost say Omoti Yesuno. And maybe so Parliamentary Select Committee on Health and so. It almost say almost a show leadership. When a bayana a tool aba Emma or the executive powers, said the constitution in a cano. A dear share or my penny, as well, a man penny cry answer, and no upon a month for a cano. Now, mo fairly, poto. Ebera omono edi nhwamono Parliamentary Select Committee no egiginemu no mutimi efrey unim NDC aban we say ne response to sa GRNM fo no a strike no very very disappointing and disrespectful.
How?
Hwe emfitiase no mo sha ase so mo politicize no say na obi kura na sha ase na omo leadership no nipa oda no omo president no ne kunu omo link ne kunu to MPP ntia say MPP for na ehye won ase na actually omo sha ase ye propaganda. So the conversation and answer the question here say why now omo communicators nya me ni otu atna several stations. So why now no MPP tab no de omo anka omo tumfuturo go manfo ni say forgetting say sa collective agreement na just between government of Ghana and the nurses for no kwa na other public sector workers nso ka ho bi omo no de e sha ban that na sha ase last year but sa nurses ne de no because of say a session of the nurses e call court nti e na ama ban no antimi I implement na court case no so end January nti when that fact na say information about na say akele womo e propaganda no e na afei omode katashi enso efe mu because ene ya ban na twasika 788 billion kan titiwosika no e de ama government spokesperson or ministry enti ena wotete bi ma centralfo bi nim ke wo de mo de mo ye professionalism adwuma nti mo de mo nka ho bi ba centralfo bi nim de ko gina ban na chi no mo hwe bi say opposition fo mpo pa nurses ne chewo no say o mo nko no aban na say nurses fo no ko ye adwuma credit ba ebeba ama wo no the assigns of the government were rather insulting and abusing the nurses. Omo didi omo atem. Omo media houses. Me person me wo bodin glorify omo such a big platform nti. Em di nurses for ya tem show omo bufu. So omo tie omo anka na bi omo da so tifie. Any kwan say aban yes because of say omo otumi enti. And omo so pa omo say the omo pe. Eno amfa no. And na afa omo sha say omo be guilt tripping. Chere say any gaslighting sika ni ho ade no de mo hu aban ne mobo ade na mo nyina mo ye nyina nya Ghana fo sika ni ho nti ye ya deputy finance minister say be cost aban extra 2.5 billion Ghana cedis nti ye economy ni be say na amanfo bi say na wonim dada because court case na end January budget ye kan budget March enti na wonim the cost o you are be implement here. So if you were committed to be implement here and can be make you room for it in the budget I ba March no and the best say we are committed na say sika so there the previous government and sika na government machinery aban so sika na de ko bo ho bra no na 8.7 billion last year sa aban na say so elephant size government na fu so odi sika bebrebe no and no kwa na 8.7 billion wo ba ya wo se wo be prudent measures prudent government land government no what increase no 11.3 about say a friend say 3 billion and na dia ka ho and it's 2 billion na say 3 billion na the call government office of government machinery no na nke betimi amasa nurses for no collective agreement na implement it. And if you were committed that is also be increase the allocation to the presidency no you could have given that money to the nurses and no so ebe sen koye and omu say afei de omo asem bia omo kan bia ne mfa no na so na omugu so obebre no ho ase na omo no matena ase no na fe na ba no kra na invite na kwotena abroche me know very well say the president no conference so their response to next for na kire say omu muga na adwumayefo na nipa a omo kogye ayarehwe no so omu wom so mbewuo so omu nwuo emfa won ho if he say vice president yare no akọ Ghana hospital ntinya Ghana nurse na ehwe no okwa abrochiri ndi omo no mu yare a utuoti ha wudi ska de bekwa abroche ni bi enso no nzo ka ho bi o ka bi gum chef nurse vo ye bufu oh ye ne wa ha no was ye point na make say me da sa a friend is a committee on health parliamentary select committee on health for no me da wo mo ase no but kakra me ka che the health minister and he say oma your friend is say the arrogance sa ahomaso bi no say so ye minister said the minister amwa kan me ne ya adwen you are here to save obesom nti your friend wo ye oswafo wo na wo soa sa bebia ye do akoto no ade so a wo ho nyina wo na wo soa nti wo ye obi a obesom wo ya akoa you should don't lord it over wo mo wo hwe wo mo so wo mo hye wase no enya se wo na wo mo na ye besom wo nurse for no wo ye health minister wo som wo mo wo ye health minister wo som doctor for but o sha ase won Tamale teaching hospital onzo okwokyere bibi ho ekwote te ne ho gu ho fo no so adwumayefo no so ho no no that was the first manifestation of arrogance e kire ahomaso bi ewu ni mu eno da China na sanes for the we ba ya opposition fo kra pachew eno ayarefo owu utie news a mortuary fo kra be report say nipa ewu daily no ekosoro san strike yi mu no in the bra ayarefo owu no anko no mbe kan no makọ adwuma no se ye kofa for nurse for omo call retirement so mra me ye adwuma.
A desperate attempt of a desperate man. Say ne the ministry assurance grofo ya munye adwuma yi oso ohwe omo kura won omo mra no mo ntrase won ti in a way to save the situation and the memory call it those that I think they can work. Initially, the rotation nurses for by. The omo clinicals nyina be hihye mma nurse for no be cassette ai.
Odi unim say ensentrefo na omo kasama aban no. Captain Smart ka ho bi. Enti me to da bia na se
menim eno de menim.
O mfa se omo ni aban no ya adwen. And some sympathize with aban.
Still menim eno ye wo session
media me fan say because baby o won ho na ndisi vo kasa da bia na sem ne say ono wo ye mampanyi a enka nurse for nko be yi o mu nyina adi.
That is him on a personal opinion
and I'm making tea minister na de bi o ye so e ne sa asusuye na sa adwempo no ya akọ no ene say in say no mbe kasa ana ye be implemented the omo no ehia no amoma be ye adwuma no ye nko fa nurse fo a omo ekọ retirement kire say wo option wo person kire omo say so omo nya adwuma wo option in don't pa to hell with them minister no post chance na na kire say mo be ya mo mra mo nya mo nko na ye wo option e wo and sa for no pensioners no e can kire omo say they are not coming today no omo presidents e can say omo mane if so omo no kro omo team no sign na mo no omo di ye ne ya omo akotena fi dwoma home no e na afi we from so mamre ye adwuma enti ye besre asentro aban no ene ye friend say amansoefo no ministers no say ne ye for so at threaten closac for local government ne say for so threaten strike teachers for bi no mo so ye hunhun na mu
not for nyina say omoko
ombeko strike e besre sa omomo e ma no ensi ansa mo ma no ensi ansa because health minister no ye opposition no o kan say mi say honorable Kokwa Jemamenu then health minister ama ho kwan ma nurse for a strike I think it was around 2020 to 2021 thereabout na incompetence on his part so atena ho no ma nurse for a strike means say so ye minister now atena ho ma strike because we are incompetent the antidote ne say and I say so be sia no de obetime sia no ne say ansa kwa na beba no obekọ no wakotena ase na omo nko strike enti aban mu fo mra omo ho ase
all right
na omo ni omo no omo nsi nkonwa na omo nkasa se be ya ahokere no nyomo so ne beba de ehunu no nyomo so ne beba na mo manfo no a omo eni tumi say omo de omo hia na ma omo no omo mu ne ba be sofa.
Thank you very much Mamra Franco na
me ke odi me da se ne akonya odi amami Nancy, we are doing MTTD, we know who can Mr. Pia, we say more heavy than the end. Chimicham. Na, Minia, I didn't boat in a Casabi. Kakra Becana, and they say, you're the nurses for Nasi. You're the almost so much penny. So, Ombeba, na Omo Abesha Mujuma dear, no, Ombeto Mujuma dear so. Say, we are saying that one was a Sabi, Ucha Catrema to Tonria. Now we Namubia. And as our come for born and social come, say Kurumwa or Timubi. And tis away Brashibi Jani. Namu come hubum. Namu Kushia, workers' union be chairperson. You, mammy, a friend is a
perpetual for
it. Ampofu. Koshenechi, call Lancaster Hotel, could you see Cathedral de Bano?
More that way, no. Evidence.
We have the video singing about
Omukosema Menechi.
So, Omunye or Yetre, and I'm for Munadi and Mufom. Said the Baya Banable looking on popular. Now we need to maybe
the detriment of health
that's
people
it.
who are sick.
Until I make us a Saucha or Catrema to Tonria. Now we Namubia, and as a comfort and so to not fee. A sham come say Kronimoa or Timubi.
Our evidence say Omukoshenechi.
The video, we have the video in the best and
say my
reporter speech. It's an alleged
yes, I'll take it that.
And there's a video. Nipan admit to say, Mammy ample for Nick Kunu. Sini peacefully paying catcher almost and she say or more say the government looking on popular.
So that my Musa was all the necessary in Ano. There's so many did the ideology of the
union and say union chairperson catcher must say a striker. You cannot challenge her
with other executives in
you cannot challenge her. Or no, and I say a friend on any company friend. Executives in the no yes answer. And on my allegation signature. And untino minua betra ka say dey na ye man before a man before na ye na dey here.
I never use the word man before.
So that here come before there.
That be so will be arrogant. Akando you arrogant. What is your definition of an arrogant person? And I say what is your definition of an arrogance? Hwe yanti kromu ha say e na omampanin dada na nado Dankwa kufu do betra o take FM. Mo sister station host ni busa no. Say Kwabena Owusu say Adama aja oma kwanye enti die na be asema na moeba na omampani da dem a wo mo
na wie na ato aba na yi ni
thank you
so does it mean sir we also yanko the same tangent
me ko di other mama membra asema ajenim kan ye no adie na kire say asema uru akando kan na arrogance a mark of an arrogant person asema no kan ye nipa no ni ha wa control e na mo ye kire mo de mo na de gu fom se mo ntumi nya dwuma biem quickly e no mampani his excellency John Dominic Mahama friend say uru akando wo chinye enti jai dwuma de bia wo de bia na e na bra obai. And when he arrived or per the executives of your friend said GRNMA for crying no matenase aye negotiations said ye be ya ye be so sa oyo ne ye be ya no na omatena ewemuhyamu puaa na omakodi abrochi
according to so hwehwe mo mo promba enne wo kyena mo fa ha minister fa ha so e fa ne fa blame no nto
ye nyina yetima we mu ye nipa wa na adwene so obedi bone no tem bia wo fra na obenya sam bia ka kire wo just to convince you oswafo no you are very open mo sister station friend no say anamon be no watu afa dwodi oye ne ye be ho o say my friend executives na friend wo friend kra na line nko menti ya menya ne say o tra bi mu hyemu ekwa brochire enti say wo pani yie say mpampa wo ne oswafo no betena say ya hihye ama asem no ye hu ne puma sebra say anamon bi say na say wotu na Parliamentary Select Committee on Health and what tenase aye hihye na Parliamentary Select Committee on Health no say uru akando ka ho bi enu nti no abaso na wode bo MPP for no say na o arrogant na hwan no arrogance no doesn't come in uru no ono na better health ministry ho the dwuma so ani say wakoyi obi adi otamale wakoyi obi adi wa ha wakoyi obi adi wa ha in the coming days we be revelations ebeba e health sector ho so ati ase genti anamo papa na tu adi sanitize the system no eya namo a wo say Ghana fu nyina ye bo papa na baso machines ye di be fra brochira ba kosa nko hospital facility ho na fa kontinu ase ye ko be ko hwe nko hu wo be ko facility bi washroom kra na minia sabi bi odidi bia on kafra ya do ko ha even comfort no che ha say female your friend is saying word ho kwa wu ho sese ya masa pictures ni videos e ba ye no e ya bofon sem enti papa ne de nurse form na de ne nyuma so ani wa transfer no de ne nyuma so ani de so okotena fi de na de so ba mini ametra hanka so arrogance dwuma na no wo ye no sa awanye sa wantu sa na mo no so na mo your friend say we no we ba ya enko mo ambosa ka kire say o so afo no wo sa so health sector ho no onye papa enti no de wo kan de mini wo ka asem bi in your first submission ma menyu ano say Ghana ni bia nim say amamu papa de MPP for na NDC for de yinima mamu ajenim to na kan wo to krom ha say ye de oman ahye won say within a period of 8 years uba for $5 Ghana cedis u dollar koya could do 17 Ghana cedis o ka che say wa bobra wo mamamu wo deputy friend say o vice president our friend who the economic minister be ka kire ye say wa chi dollar no ato ne promo de kid akọ akoma IGP ya hwe na dollar na te free don nam 17 Ghana cedis mo de sika twetwe de koma asofo akuku da makese so wo mun si national cathedral man e be wi ahye na nsuo bonka na da ho nsuo bonka any pillars na nesisim wo so bu no amamu
thank you
wada mami ne o kasa yo oja se o yo adwuma no mami nso nya kakra
ada na won ko topic no so
anu na be koi anu so oja se obo me mami mo de yam sa
anu de se we wie
on wie sa me hwe me friend say me krata mu no na me hu say o sa me te ho enti me te ho kakra bi na me de ma no topic na nkasa de ma wi ma me te ho kakra so oja se enti ye ka mamu a ene mamu na e koso no amoamu economic mizai ba ko o friend Kwame Poni so hwan anam pianim hwase ma wabeka o sese ya na owura John Dramani Mahama babubu man ne dia on kai na on nan so da yesa MPP ko betima sa baba ne mu biem o man pani ato no bo ase atena se de nhihye pa gu akwam ene hwe ba bia petrol da hwe ba bia dollar da na obegina akasa mu munu mamamu amamu be ane ntoko na asi mu no
thank you
mun koso na mu
thank you very much with us ma ko Mr. Mo na o ya topic Mr. Mo
I think that is that because CNN for na ya Albertiana or say Africa a continent whose future is rooted in the past.
That's no abakwasem anyway.
I don't think we have to root our future in the past when it comes to health issues. What is the way forward? Next, no, paying for a parliamentary select committee. Say, Umam say they have given them a roadmap to meet them 26.
Yeah, 2 weeks from then.
So, what are some of the things you know? If it's my boy, I'm not a and the next is for no issue back almost including allowance and
yare just mutua on the line of duty now when we plan or just on one side is kind of the tua ahwe no ho
these are the areas yes say Kwame ne be fa so a ebetimi di aboa because me say message man one of the very very tedious very dedication and next adwuma so there is a call say because we need call no we can't do it me there be me can say me na we very good friends pa no me nurses in adulthood yin ni ba no but me hwe say no mu isi ye adwuma ye no in fact na me poma sem pa but na my imagine say nurse dey meeting worry because me and the first baby no do anano
na so be kwa kwose adwuma mu sa
e wa na kuma but la me can't in fact me poma sem pa was brand na then am so that's the because me up to today no do anano na sata Christmas no okoyuma it is a time of occasion ka abenya wife na nantin oni around and wo madwuma no eden na e so committed say betima shemu saa and unya free time bia mfa nya hwedi wo be call pension no na say one demand to echi ya it might create a lot of problems amount it aban enhwe this areas now mu dia ba but when it comes to the clothing no me feel say ade ba kon ese hwe no say next from ko dwuma wo ko a o hye na tade me wo ba na hye no eno no me feel say bia esi etimi hu bibi kakra because okonas okoye contaminated ya oba wetena kemu a with the infection as a manfo the asa get me build very good laundries ewo hospitals ni nyina se be ya omo ba wo be sha atade no ni fi atade ba no be sha na atade no ewo ho no pan no yi good laundries ade chia oba
Wabefa na dia.
Wafa na wahye so se basa na se aton dodo agu ha na je obia own nobody owns the dress just like aprons now doctors no ya no you don't own it go wa ba be duru ho no e na wahye na ade akwa adwuma opon a oyi egu okọ ebe ma sa cost no kra bia nke de beto ebe ma sa allowance de bitima na ba form because if that's there what they are clamoring for now there's a way that we can make it become more hygienic. Never time cheaper, the government can do that. Then also it comes to almost home hospital bills. I think one of the things I buy with me I say, nurses na if you have health insurance with my facan, with my farm health insurance car as part of their incentive because we are no way ti say BBS ya ehwa so na say nkomutimi omoyinti kumfe ka owura adwuma no mu a we have insurance there nanka abaye no afa ti wuhia bibia wo yare a say health insurance no na do ti ye no so ebetimi aboa ye no so betimi reduce cost no so na ebe si abuse so ho kwan because obi no wo ho na so ko hospital na o say obi betimi si obi betimi do ni akwashina na em say when a yare, na mini yarenti, I say buying reno and those things. Then you know, but as yet, me restricted at the end in such a way, say, Nipanampa on one a yare, 1 year, and I buy a reno. Now buying a because Najumoyan, JG, there's a deal or Yamaram the on the pan and Sakwa. These are some of the areas here. I buy it to me, me a year, I'm a very effective and cost effective. So. Me make but to be honest with you, he had a lot of dedication. A lot and lot of dedication.
So here dedication, your term say essential service and they are not supposed to even go on strike.
Sure.
Since say a buying be I'm an narco striker.
I
then also be
the first place this is drawn. The first place this is drawn.
And they nipe wu nyasem kuma. Enra I see JHS ni be watching a crater. I was saying Central Hall baby say why the previous day no yare ye. Omo call chip company na nesi be no. Or bad the following day or treasure no carry. Wo.
Auntie, sa na ma no nyina no ebetime esia no because essential service you nip it in the bud. You don't allow even them to go. But I think with this one now say the previous government and the NGB and we are about inherited and issues room. They be a budget to cover it. Now there's for so anti
But the question is, Mr. Mohamed, and they research and book allowance, the previous government did it. This year budget and then ma necessarily say because say I near yes agreement and then the sign for renegotiation.
Many research and book allow how much it was costing. And now so say research and book allowance is seamless. That's been going on.
Yeah.
Where's there new a year?
I
feel na eba. And now as there's a lacuna kakra the two no it could have happened the way it did. But minimum fees and candidates no equipment go munya abotre kakra they could advocate seriously but with patience. Because one life is more important.
Yeah.
Now maybe because President Kufota doctors call strikes and back home mommy we because that one no call strike or mommy go hospital not Dr. Bieno. He died. It saa na BSc ebi ho a kan nipa wu di ba wu wo mu aso hu nipa bi akwa miti eyi bia obi so free it ade betimi dia me life there is very very crucial and very important to me ade betimi say life be lose there I think say you lose scar we are better off
all right
it e kwa be fa so you my ball life nkwan e bind there and this year did agro
all right
it me den yame asese say there almost and then almost start here e be say enkoso sa even the next 2 weeks krom ko shia na say meet na anye conclusive
They should continue.
And there should not be anything like a blackmail. There should not be anything like a blackmail. Because nurses respect them. Me, or in a Juma, he used to become one of the directors of nurse. A Juma may respect it. Na a Juma so a na a lot of dedication. You best nurses say, Umokono. The aka chibia so aka bia. You don't want to no save lives,
all right. But that's it. My main kind message. You want message between the 0551 599 0551 599 We say can the Sagleme housing project that Attorney General just cancelled from court be reopened if there is a new government because of the chunk of money that got wasted. Please educate me. Ono edia ode aba enono. Mabeka wansa macho. Why? Good evening, Kodi. Also tell the MPP man that it was a budget allocated to government communication department for the fiscal year. It does not mean the whole money has been released to them at a go. He should stop throwing dust into our eyes. At least some viewers of the program are knowledgeable and educated. Louis Dabala, Volta region, and Oduwe Abba. Hello, Kyodi. The NDC government as a whole does not respect our noble nurses because the president himself once told doctors of this nation he doesn't mind their strike, but he will go in for doctors from different countries. All right. And also, Eddie, no. Good evening, Mr. Host. I now understand why NDC communicators are crying. So, with the kind of noise they are making, they were doing that for appointment. No, they wouldn't get it today or tomorrow. They should move out from their whole rooms and hustle like the ordinary Ghanaian. Do the NDC think that the dollar to cedi ratio and fuel prices are the only economic indicators? They should plan to increase public workers' salary by 20 to 30% next year. If not, then they should be ready for more strikes from Sokodia inside Mame Krobo and Odiwe Abraying and Now let's move on to our last one. Na here and Semene. I am a four at the abetu say Omampeni Eka say would you 1 cedi on every liter of a year fuela would it we ebeboa Emma yet me meet some conditionalities of the IMF. Into your mampeni kwan so ano se okase wojia. Frank Mamisha seven through this time around.
Yes, you pay any. Yes, sir.
Everyone
IMF. You don't pay.
Don't pay any so say.
There be one person who beto. To them be no kotokro de akon.
So I don't need to be winning ho. Say I am a bit my condition near this. So I don't need to set that condition and follow it ourselves.
It depends on a very prudent financial management of the economy. So you know e kan ye ho bom na as oman no ye boss e be jai bosia amano ne bosia agi na ye de ho ato ye resources so I think say it will take time but a bit me do
do this in 5 minutes for me why because of time
the mechanic say o ma kan bi say ja say dem di kan say dem mo pay ni term bia na won sa hye no more conditionalities and funny pa do say o public sector onyinam kan ato no
fa the baby na waba
so that and I make say dem mo pay ni e ka o mo nkon nkasa bia ntwe ho mfiri o mo ho da de bia yen sa hye o manum nti no o mo pa pampam na ye ka yen sa nti Ora John Dramani Mahama I think say for the first time this year no say one syndicated loan kra wan kwagibiem this year ya de yan sika beto ekoko I think say ni nyina ka measures na ye wini ho from these external friends donors ni ade no ho omo do maka omo de say shishepa and Ora John Dramani Mahama and indeed it's a shishepa because if you kai that ECG $3.7 billion na ye ntu anamo bi etisa nka ebe ha adwene ye pa nti no ebe bo aban na baso say ode nhihye bisa abebo na nhihye no am detrimental to the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian. I think say ne wo hwe fuel prices are I think say it's hovering around particularly petrol it's hovering around 11.77 Ghana cedis nti say 1 cedi ni beka ho a na kwa 12.77 we dey approximately no kwa no 13 it is still better off than tama eba abamu ana and then 15 point something ni 16 no nti e better aban na say wabon ho modern e den hihye
eba say nei world price ekoso dollar no ne cedi no
when
we'll
get
cross
to the
it.
bridge, we'll
So
cross
we should
it,
wait till we
definitely.
get to the cross
Yes.
at the bridge near
Oh, there are
cross.
measures in place. You see, the other time when I came here, now me can be say all hands are on deck to revive the Tema oil refinery. So I said the bear, young fan one eye to Wahano, Betum Ribbon, I don't know idea what I say. Now you know idea no Hasaya, and born Baba from Bebri, I'm other
Copec Penny or has a one TSC said nay. Yes, you have $400 million every month. Near Cocrow, you to be Hania Diaco, near Correfine, near Cotor, near Diaba.
I think it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make economic sense if I should put it that way.
Yeah.
And until I make us all hands are on deck, you are John the man Mahama said no. On also crowd one ten who I say, Fangono, or what the other Roma, what did be a domain? Na key tour, you off refinery or ha, opening coming from Dr. Coming from Roma. You see, refinery, I see. Why not revamp the refinery? Said the yeah, you cry, it's Miss refinery now, and you ain't quite being as for so. All other African countries are a bini horn. Ombaba, I'm a friend saying foreign exchange. And you know, Ninim Diemono, or the Share Pagua Kwama, or Mo Gusua, yes, Tamara refinery. Until no said the Bimu is to say, what if say, world market price and the cost right? Does that mean say, yes, we local price and it's because no? I think say all hands are on deck. That is what I can assure our viewers and our listeners this evening. You know, yenya butoyemu say she na aba and also mampani oba so sesi no why be paying and that's what about be the man so paying and onim in she a wo de gu akwan mu a sabi ebe ma Ghana ni bia no ho ahara na yenso no yatumi akwa enim as a country. Nti I am a fond there said the man can me the least said about them the better because someone said don't pay any kadebia I made one kai said now I say I am a due now when union koye and people for year no I think the third tranche was saying neighbor yeah $300 something million ever so na me coming go cry there and come here inform them mom so yes
I say we need it and I here
yeah gold board at Roma here dollars
here crab
omo for my dear gold board at Roma be my enough dollars to stabilize the economy so others and until me dear coming kwa nka omo de omo bia no yenhwe na yem way ho so yen hye ho the necessity they say is the mother of invention so yan kwa ho hia mu pa na yen little resources na you was saying yen to me you should judiciously to benefit the entire country and you know I was say edu ba bia ye kwa ho hia mu kakra na adwene ne ye adwuma so what you say adwene ne ye adwuma inventions innovations discoveries na that didn't make can boom na Omana to me agina brand enough you know yes you are competing with the other external world.
All right, that's it.
KOD.
Lawrence
KOD
5 minutes
Otrio eka BBC say on say NDC for any propaganda friend say misinformation or ka say was in petrol ebo was say now say
1177
the one here the one here me say
hold on
we quiet we impo yes
hold on yeah
petrol 11.77
so as at the time a friend say no more code to say petrol ebo ye 15 cities 17 cities near the which is even false no now your companies different companies and the one say air for sense but they can't say the general standard near shell any goil titiru e kra na ya ban e de na they can't say and na me ne wo ka say goil e de 12.38 petrol
Lawrence for me too
that is here no and this enya no kre on say IMFC sa one Ghana CDD levy no ebeboa ma the extended
credit
facility no share to me ayesa the e catch me say ni Ghana ni a wotie say ni say na sa ban ni betwa intro
say
me ba ho on say o be catch say the nti o mo de sa D levy ni ba no a friend dum so levy and say o mo de be siesie aboa ma yetua energy sector ho ekebi eda ho ekebi sa no be catch ni o ekebi eda ho no me dia betua me ba cha sa energy sector debt na eda ho no na ni IMF conditionality no ewo
o sa ebe ma yetimi stabilize sika no na se for na ma yetimi abo
ne kwase mu ne say the recent appreciation of the cedi no NDC for the two almost afone say omo na haya ma cedi nya ahoden no e ma aban the government no lose 30% of its revenue So there was a revenue shortfall. Aban na nkasa na ne footro mu no. Tokuro bi abeda ho.
Allegation as a fact.
Oh, mame nkasa wo kasa na ma memu. Wo kasa na ma memu tiu. Tina okita pen no de twere. Say akonya ba no wayi ano. So there is a revenue shortfall. Tokuro bi abeda baby. Enu nti na omudi mirika ba introduce say ni say ye hu no say petrol e wiase adwaman so yatete petrol so because January na petrol a barrel of petrol $83 as at last week and as at enra kra no na ye 63 and now me no kasa nim say kosoro e cost 78 and this I intended 11 so D11 only me say suspend. There is a letter to that effect and enumere ye ban na suspend say more implement it. Enti say ye levia now you tum say what do you have solve dum so then na fe de IMF says I extended one can say ye extended credit facility ninti na what this had neighbor.
So meaning that omo try entro oman kan
the purpose nti na because of a friend say revenue shortfall sika on bejeje no enam sa a friend say appreciation of the city no enu nti na ma lose sika bi eno so na kire yen say sa city na appreciation no enya aban no a every say aban be na aba bibia ma wo ankasa wo akire wo wonim say city ni appreciate say wo initiative a and ebe cost almost 30% of revenue short for aban be na be yes ade no so they had no control over that city appreciation you know enu nti na e cost say aban that 30% shortfall no and them mo introduce adum so levy no so onim no mo say pride wo mo say omo na agbo ma petrol eso ate nye sa nkoma no mu die no tuokura kan ha say oh mo modern agbo ama ne petrol bo ayefo ene ade and they are being exposed say na no nya mo na world market price e call for munti the last time me name is amo share baby kan ho asem say me fa credit ni ma aban no na aban no na aya ma petrol ni bo ayefo and nei unim say OMCs no I dey able to say next week petrol will be cost by 8 to 9%. Petrol ni diesel be cost 8 to 9%. Why? Because they say world market price no e cost. World market price e cost. And they your man penny Mahama issue statement say the energy minister and the finance minister monitor the Israel-Iran war no. And we say petrol ni e friend say yensi kasem. No said the city no affecting no according to the NDC's philosophy external factors has nothing to do with Ghana economy yes I no kai in this uncommon or say I am a friend as a finance minister monitor
you can't rule it out because there are certain things that a free ayam and a bar it affects us
in the MPP they but the NDC told us in opposition he say they don't believe in that. Time and they can't almost said, I want to come 2022, any beyond and they external factors in tea, almost in Tessa. But then they, I mean, no, say, say external factors no be. And I man next week, petrol, a boy be costro. Petrol, born a costro, na any binding 70. And as I intended living on Cordeba to Swan. So on the man, petrol no bar for me, the same over Marcos wow from Sabia with my Jew will levy. But I'm say, Nesru coordinate form ban any woman say Muntino. Sa Sikana and Cordeba to so abe benefitino. A failure or see and suspend it. In free so. It just a deading kind. I bind any new crunch at the purpose of the levy no. Because na ye D levy no because a shortfall sikebi o mo hwere ye and anko mo pedi abehye mo ha ebi onso aban ne enu kure o kan kire say ono na aboa ma petrol no boa ba fom and this oje 1 cedi afri mu an kenye hwe and then so they been exposed say nya wo mo na ye hwe na mo wiase adwaman so petrol no boa ba fom nti and na petrol enso e ko fom Ghana
mama gram Mr. Mohona mintin you have the last laugh
yeah we just say we have to be mindful of certain things because fuel ne bo ekosra enema mienu external factors that can you say ye di to na enton the world market no say kosra it affects us but adeba kon man yi hu say dollar nso osra
it affects us
it also affecting the mienu the year be akra be am be raise akobi 9% if the dollar was about 15 cedis here price no be more than that. Inti as a country no say in your opportunity be na say it may the ability and your resilience kakra we must all applaud it. A boy near my team queen. So Iran the year to me. It's something that came out of a blue because over said the name is because music true bombs now and you or no and yagro. You know, saying now is based on speculation. And yes, if you are fool now, sure too. Oh no. But man fufi say ento kwaya e be di ahwa na fu
they are some beba yen hodo
in the ha what does it if you see no if you see e ha ne baby no speculation it to keep very good part in economy be a speculation to keep very good part of it enti say you know ti na ma because now so okay yes, we are in a deregulation period. It's a petrol number for more. Even young for a cost, but sir, introduction of the D-levy, you know, now at the baby and not petrol one. See, to me, the toast is our no, I beat me at that room. But because of Saudi, we are banning. Sir, all suspended Kakra to quell that kind of they didn't need a name agitation here, you know. You are better off because government are running and to the benefit of the people. What I say, and now as well make sure say you don't create needless agitation in the system. When they change leadership, and you'll be
but Mr. if that is the case, why then did they try saying come smuggle at the end? Maybe I'll call it smuggle because
no difference, no? No difference.
You cannot to many Ghana for engage.
Difference.
Tell them that this is the situation to me. Person me see.
That difference, no son. Oh, now me after who can say a smuggler? Me no nyaju.
Me can smuggle because of time. No, mo de call parliament. So that moment, making sure that they pass it, send it to government to sign it.
A good leader, we know who a good leader is. A good leader is the one who takes his people to beneficial permanence. He leads people to beneficial permanence, not malevolent, but beneficial permanence. At the end of the year, a bit me up, and you be beyond necessary. Obeji grants a free in Nippon and San Adia.
Even though nipa be sorry tia, they will talk about it.
Because there's a word that they use, austerity measures. Austerity measures by Nkojina.
Baby Nkochichi.
What do I say? And the be an deep swabba on the spell of the moment. I say to me the age. A bit me abwa. What do I say? Say na me COVID by ya someone now you give permission as I can say. I can't make you a permission because that was what the system has brought.
Okay.
And you no more now be they are taking informed decisions.
All right.
I bet me a because we must think of the country today and the future. Because you are ready enough if you say the benya bia na ya the benya bia na you be dini na nko na ya hunu you bet me build the future na ma enchirima no a you be do me no ombedi di atem.
All right. Well, my time is up. Just a minute or so. Frank. Yeah. Just 1 minute now. Wrap up my.
The mechanic said, so far so very good for Ghana, and you hoping for the best. So the institution to try a corner dear. Say ya and no member corner dear. And yeah,
say you have one term on president.
Two crank.
Miss Amwa a smart PR before the government, but me set the record straight. And yes, because of public sentiment in T. And I suspended the implementation of but name petrol borna grandma so air cost rono nuntia and I was suspended first now by I mean say taking advantage of a German so born I call from no taking credit a man who say ono na aboa petrol aboa form Ghana ntia na muntua wan si man nya hwe they say I bet they've been exposed say omonya hwe nti omuntimi nyi ho eto eno na am suspend nye public sentiment.
Thank you very much.
Last one me janum nyina
happy Father's Day. Thank you.
And the mothers who fathered some of us.
And the mothers who fathered some of us and the fathers who mothered some of us.
Reverend in the Kofi Ampon Maranatha Evangelist Ministry. So for man happy Father's Day.
Very late. It is
me, my dad, my mom, all of them are late. Right, but that doesn't mean see any other performance. Lawyers to Boating, Ora Kwabena Owusu, Nyago Ponchiano. Yeah, papa preko pe.
Papa William Donko.
Ene ofa mwakwata wa mampong. Because mbodi asembesi. Inti papa funyi nada every father. Me papa ba kwa one crime papa. I want crime. Mr. Shedu Baini. Nyangupo show. Papa. Wo de waye edi ama afi. All fathers, all male fathers who are fathering children. Mothers who are fathering children, fathers who are mothering children. We did Kwabena Owusu Dankwa. Madam Yana Shage Media, the bro, and Enyumre, better Seth Wilson, or no Jack Kamarachi, assign the right show, no assign Eddie Mine, Oko Sound, more a boy, and a technician DTM MCR for my boy. Sorry, I'm Justice K. Abba Abehumu Enyum. Yami Aduma. Odadum edum ya yebesan ehye Evangelist Abel Kankam Buedu aka Teacher Bondi sending message mentimi ankan fa cheme ya sorry ama jumedi aka no atwa so amaye bye bye.